That's right, Cooper Flagg, the projected #1 overall pick to the Dallas Mavs, who had a 1.8% chance to win that first overall pick. What a good spot to land. As we welcome in Marty Smith, live from his very small town of Newport, Maine. That's where Cooper Flagg is from. Marty, you've been hanging out. I know you're hanging out with the family and doing a lot. What is it like being out there for Flag Day?
It is indeed Flag Day in Newport, Maine. Christine, good evening. We're standing currently on the shores of Sebastopol Lake, which is the center point here in Newport. And I will tell you, this is the biggest thing that's ever happened in this small town. This is idyllic Americana. When you exit the interstate and you're driving into town, Elm Street, you pass rows and rows of American flags hanging over the street on the way into town. And tonight, everyone in town will gather to celebrate the flag that they've raised that will fly high tonight over the NBA draft. You know the player.
Cooper Flagg!
You know the posters.
A dunk of a lifetime!
The accolades.
A new ACC freshman record.
But let me introduce you to the village that raised Cooper Flagg. I went to the furthest reaches of the Northeast to find out how a kid from rural Maine became the main attraction in the NBA draft. Newport, Maine is a postage stamp of some 3,000 residents in the center of the state. It sits on the shores of Sebastopol Lake with the patriotic blue-collar sensibilities that make small-town America so charming.
There's a fabric in our community of sticking together.
This is a rural Maine farming community. People work really hard for their living, and to have somebody rise above and put in that extra work, hit it on the national level as he did, is pretty impressive.
Flagg's basketball journey began right here at his childhood home in the center of town. This metal pole is all that remains from driveway hoop wars between a trio of brothers and a rotating tribe of teammates.
I got so many memories here, but a lot of fights, a lot of fist fights, yes. A lot of blood and tears.
It was a joy to walk into those walls and be around their family, though. I have such great memories having sleepovers here and playing basketball here and growing up with them.
The boys told me about a local entrepreneur I had to meet, Bob Bird, owner of Bear's One-Stop Gas Station.
So, Bob.
Yes.
You play horse against the high school kids around here?
Yeah, I play against most anybody.
What happens if they beat you?
They get a free tank of gas.
What happened when you played Cooper Flagg?
He got a free tank of gas.
Flagg played just 1 year in this gym at Nokomis Regional High School, delivering the only boys basketball state title in school history.
When did you guys know that Cooper was different?
In middle school, never seen anything like it.
We didn't have a game within 30 points, and he'd have 25, 10, and 10 every night.
I think the highest compliment I can give to any player is you're a great teammate, and Cooper's a great teammate.
Why are you emotional about that right now?
That group was very special. You know, we talked about being a family, and sometimes that's a cliche, but that group really was that close. We really were a family.
Everyone I met agrees. Flagg is the biggest thing that ever happened here.
He's just really good, and I really want to be like him someday.
While he went on to stardom at prep school in Florida, superstardom at Duke.
Cooper Flagg, the most popular export from Maine since lobster.
And now stands on the doorstep of Mainer history.
It means a lot to me, coming from a small town. I'm being able to represent a state in the basketball space, kind of put it on the map.
Rest assured, Cooper's flag, sun or snow, is forever planted right here in Newport. There are 4 separate watch parties across town here this evening. The one we're currently at is at Hamlin Marina, and business is really picking up. Danny would hate this, There's a whole lot of Duke shirts and jerseys walking around here at this marina. And a lot of people are wearing this one right here, Danny. This one was given to me, and it has Newport, Maine. They are representing the hometown out here. And I'm telling you, this town is a buzz.
Had a draft pick, so you guys
they
deserve
are
it,
so
man.
proud. So proud of this young man and the fact that each person in this town takes ownership in helping raise him into this wonderful person that is so selfless and so humble as a player, works so hard and cares so much for other people. His principal, Mary Netto, told us that that is the beauty of what he's doing. It's this overwhelming joy that we all in this community have the blessing of walking with this family vicariously, because this just doesn't happen in Maine, and they've been kind enough to bring us along for the journey. It's an awesome energy here this evening, and I can't wait to hear that young man's name called and see how they all react.
It's going to be great. A town of 3,133, if I remember from what we talked about earlier on NBA Today. Marty, can you confirm or deny that there will be lobster rolls at the party tonight?
If there's not, we're gonna have to have a discussion, because I've done a few interviews while I've been here with various local outlets, and that was the first question I got asked by. Not, hey, what do you think about Coop? Hey, you think he's gonna be a superstar? No, have you had a lobster roll yet? Yes, I've had several, by the way. They're delicious.
Okay, but there's different ways to have lobster rolls. You can do it cold or you can do it hot. What's the way that they do it out there?
Well, the ones that I've had here are cold, and they have this like lemon mayonnaise thing going on. Have you ever had this lemon mayo? It's very tangy and really accentuates the lobster. And everyone I've eaten is cold. Highly recommend. Look, I don't care how it sounds. It's the palate likes it.
Yeah, yeah. I've had a few cold ones. It's really good. It's really good.
I'm on fire. It's 88 over here.